So yeah, I was watching a video yesterday about alimony, and it got me to thinking. So it was a court case I was listening to, and the woman in this case was actually trying to take the man to the cleaners in their divorce and whatnot. And so the the gentleman made some good points. He said. The woman was trying to make an argument for everything that she did in the relationship and why he owes her this and owes her that, and the man made a very good point, which I just happen to agree with. He said, my parents raised me. My parents have done 50 times to 100 times more for me than you ever have and ever will. And I don't owe them a damn thing. I don't owe them a penny. Now, if I want to do something for my parents, that's on me. I have the choice to do it, but I'm not obligated to do it. And she said, she said, I raised your kids while you were working and yada, yada, yada. And he said, and which I think is another good point. He said, but you act as if you weren't benefiting from that. You got to live rent free for 4 years, no utilities, no nothing. Pay for your car, pay for everything. That is a luxury that a lot of people do not have, and to take that and twist it and to make it out as if now I owe you something when I made your life comfortable, and now you're going to twist it and say now I owe you a lifestyle. I don't even know my parents a lifestyle. That's like going back and saying, hey, I owe all my football coaches to help me make it. You're not obligated to do it, especially when you're breaching the contract. You're divorced, and only one person is obligated to keep taking care of another person. That's bull crap. That's absolute bull crap.
Not going to downgrade my lifestyle because me and you are no longer together. And I just feel like if you put me in this space and that was under your budget, then what's the difference now?
But see, what he did was this, though. He gave you the upgrade. But part of that upgrade is because you're with me. Yeah. You understand? So let me just go, though. So we didn't work out, me and you dating. You feel me? So I'm supposed to keep paying your loft and keep paying your bills. Upgrade it, stay with me. If not, go see what's out there.
So then if that's the case, so you want me to stay with you for these items and use you, basically.
Not for them. If you want to live like this, it comes with being with me.
My current new lifestyle that you upgraded me to is now...
I do not understand why this is so complicated. Because I'll tell you another quick story, man. I know a woman who is somebody who we're not as close of friends now, but she ended up dating a guy that I know. So I know him way better than I know her, but I know both of them. But they ended up getting married and ended up having a kid. And like 2 years later, she wants a divorce out of nowhere, completely blindsided the guy. She's just not happy anymore. You know how that goes. And it took years. He really never was over it it took him a long time to get over it. But then, so this years later, he runs into her best friend out and about somewhere, because he was telling me this story. So he's having a conversation with her best friend he hadn't seen in years, and the best friend's like, she's like, I've always felt so bad for you, because I'm not going to say any names, but she knew that she was going to do that to you the day she met you. She just wanted to have a child, and she was going to use somebody who had resources to do it. And there was nothing that you would have been able to see to detect. There wouldn't have been any red flags because she was playing the game. But everybody in her close circle knew, and nobody wanted to tell you because they know how much you liked her, and they knew that. Like nobody knew if it was their place to say anything, so they just let it happen. So there's people that knew that this was happening. So long story short, she ends up playing this guy just so she can have a kid and then take the kid. And the thing is, it worked because the laws are so jacked up. So like imagine finding that out that years later that somebody put together a plan to take you for everything you got the day they met you. They knew you were going to be their sucker. That's what's wrong with these laws, man.
Contingent on me being in a relationship with you, and that's the only way I can have it in this moment.
You want him to keep your lifestyle up, keep paying your bills, keep you on that same upgraded level. No, you were dating a man that had money, so dating him came with a lifestyle. But if we not working and our love is dead, I don't owe you to keep paying your car note and your mortgage. I'm not entitled to. Now, realistically, that isn't really my job. You should find you a man like me and upgrade to him and keep your lifestyle.
That takes time. So I just feel like if someone
right? I mean, it's common sense. I don't owe you anything. You came into my life. I don't even care if we built things together. Like I still don't owe you anything. Like get it in writing. Like everything else in the like if you're gonna be a stay-at-home mom, first of all, you can't be a stay-at-home mom without my consent and then expect me to pay for it. I went through this. I'm like, no time that we ever discussed that this person was going to be a stay-at-home mom. We had a plan that we had babysitting worked out. We had everything worked out, and then she just quit her job and decided she was going to be a stay-at-home mom. I never consented to it. And then you get in the courtroom, and there's nothing you can do about it. They're like, well, and it's interesting because it's so one-sided, right? So you get in when the relationship's over, and then you'll have the court system and the mother going after the man trying to take him to the cleaners, and they're like, well, you're not paying insurance on the child. He was like, but you can't say, well, maybe I'm not, but I contribute to the child in many other ways. But on the flip side, a woman, when she's a stay-at-home mom, the man could go down to court and say, well, she wasn't helping me with any of the bills. I was paying all the bills. But then the mother can say, but I contributed to the child in so many other ways and caring for them and yada, yada, yada. And it's perfectly acceptable as long as we're getting the higher earner on child support. Same exact argument. But when it's only acceptable for one party. It's insane. And when it happens to women, it's just, they understand it.
I would never in a million years teach my girls that they...
Oh, wrong one. Hold on a second here. We'll get to that in a second.
Last remaining feminist taboo. I got a lot of women paying alimony these days. There's been a significant effort in our culture in the last decade, if anyone didn't notice, to improve the situation of women. I have a lot of women, when they get told, like, oh yeah, no, you gotta give him half your shit, or oh no, you gotta pay alimony, because he makes 50 grand a year and you make 250. They could be the staunchest feminist in the world, and when you tell them they gotta pay alimony, they're like, whoa, 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 he's a man. He's got a strong back, he can get out there and work. And then suddenly the whole, like, gender is a construct and there's no such thing, that goes right out the window when you get told you gotta pay alimony. That's like, nope, no, I believe in strict gender roles. Men should pay alimony, women, even if you earn 10 times, you should not have to pay alimony. I've had very, very staunchly feminist clients who changed their mind about how feminist they were when they got told that they were gonna have to pay alimony. Last remaining...
Another good point. Another good point. And it just shows you, like everything that happens in the court system, and this is what I don't like, is like there's always one clear winner and one clear loser instead of there being some type of compromise. You enter into this contract that you can't negotiate, which is fraud. I've said this so many times. To have to force somebody into a contract that they can't say no to or negotiate the terms to is insane. You know, really, that's fraud. It's unconstitutional to do that. I say it all the time, but yeah, I mean, it's ridiculous. And then these ladies go around talking about how independent they are and how they don't need a man and this, that, and the other. I don't want to really go down. I don't like to go down this rabbit hole because, you know, it sounds like I'm bashing women when I'm really not. I'm just pointing out the fact that when my kids lived with me under emergency custody order, it never even crossed my mind to say, "Oh, Mom, and give me some money to help raise your kids while I'm with you." I was just like, just let me make my money and let me control where my money goes, and I don't have any problems. I don't care. It's petty. To me, it's petty. In reality, it's like, my thing is like, why would you be giving me money anyway? Just pick your kids up and whatever you guys do, you spend money on it with you. I don't care. I'm too busy over here worrying about what I'm doing. And during that time when my kids lived with me under emergency custody order for 14 months, I was able to build my credit up and save money for me to buy the very house that I'm living in, just from not having my money screwed around with. So that's independent, right? That's independent, not what these women are saying. Example. Maybe.
I would never in a million years teach my girls that they have to grow up to be reliant on a man, as you can well imagine. I would never teach my son that he should be attracted.
But Tracy, you're the same one. You're the same one who brags that she's so strong and so tough and doesn't need a man's money. Yet you're taking alimony.
I have 3 children.
Okay, Mark.
You know what?
But you don't need a man's money.
But that's it.
Listen to how the women, they automatically just side with the woman. Mark, you can't say that. Oh, she has children. Pity, pity, pity. Man, I almost cussed. I'm trying not to cuss in this video. We were just so brainwashed with this crap to just, they're not independent. She's up here contradicting herself, talking about how I would never teach them. Let's play it again.
I would never in a million years teach my girls that they have to grow up to be reliant on a man, as you can well imagine. I would never teach my son that he should be attracted.
But Tracy, you're the same one. You're the same one who brags that she's so strong and so tough and doesn't need a man's money. Yet you're taking alimony.
I have 3 children.
But you don't need a man's money.
But that's it.
I would never in a million years teach my.
Man, I'm sorry. That really makes me mad, man. People are like, oh, well, men should have to help out with their kid. Yeah, but you shouldn't be allowed to tell me how to do it, right? Like I said about the not being able to negotiate the contract. You want me to pay whatever dollar amount that you think is fair without giving me a choice or a say-so in the matter. And they're my kids. And then you want to turn around and get an attitude with me and tell me I'm not taking care of my kids just because I don't want to pay the number that you wrote down on the piece of paper. And these court systems, because they get their greedy little nubs on that, they get in on the action. They back the moms 100%. Say, yeah, we're gonna get you that money, girl. Don't worry about it. We gonna get. He hurt you, baby. Well, don't worry. We gonna get him. It's the most. This court system is the most sexist, biased thing that I've ever heard of. And when it happens to women, they literally complain the exact same way that men are because it's not right. It's not right. But anyway, that's the video for the day. Alimony. 2 thumbs down. It sucks. Don't get caught up in this crap. Let's get these laws changed, man. This is crazy. Thanks for listening. Like, comment, subscribe. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.